sure as we look ahead to the big game in England this weekend, no doubt about. As to which one it is Manchester City taking on Arsenal, top of the table class. Just the 5th game of the campaign. Of course, we know how important this could prove to be come the end of the season. City, perfect so far this campaign. Looking to continue that 100% start to the season. According to the bookies, they are favourites. Arsenal coming in at 17-5 underdogs. As we welcome in Ian Darke and Nedum Onuoha with us as we look ahead to this clash. Gentlemen, let's get straight to it. Let's take a look at everyone's predictions, shall we? Nobody is going for an Arsenal win. Everyone seems to agree that it is going to be a tight affair. Nathan's going for 2-1, Stevie 1-0, Craig 1-1. I'm going for 0-0. Ian, you're going for 0-0. What's wrong with you, man? Come on.
Well, it was 0-0 last season. I mean, Arsenal have got a terrific defence. I think they've kept clean sheets in 9 of their last 10 away games in the Premier League. So I think they're super organised. Gabriel, Saliba, the goalkeeper's in fantastic form. Saw that in the Champions League the other night. So I think they can shut City out again and get a point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's just make that noise, shall we, for the next half an hour?
0-0. No, we get all that, but you know, look, they're not playing. You know, they're not playing City every week, are they? So yeah, you haven't got that attack to sort of deal with. Look, one of the reasons I've gone for a draw is like all the talk about, you know, Odegaard's injury and Rice being out last week. They knuckled down. They got themselves the 3 points at Tottenham. Clearly, this is a much, much bigger test. They did get the draw up there last year. It was towards the end of the season. I felt that was the wrong way to go about it because it was at the business end of the year, and I think they should have gone for it a bit more. Didn't win the league, so I think the proof's in the pudding. But they cannot afford to let City get 5 points ahead. I mean, it's not a title decider,
sure.
5 points. But it's quite a hurdle early in the season to give City. If City were to win this and go 5 clear of Arsenal, that's a big punch in the ribs. I mean, it really is. So then you're sort of putting yourself under more pressure if you get the odd draw, you drop some points. And they start pulling away. So I think it's important that, you know, if obviously Arsenal can win it, great, and go up there and go toe-to-toe. I don't think they will. But they can't, I think, after 5 games, which it will be, see a 5-point gap. That's quite a lot early in the season.
Craig mentioned some of the criticism that was wielded of at Arsenal and their approach to the game last season.
Yeah.
Is the narrative slightly different this time around because it is so early in the campaign?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so.
They need to go for it more than they did?
No, there's no way they go for it.
Right.
They'll do exactly what they did last week against Spurs. And they'll do what they did against City the last time as well. And they actually did it against Liverpool last year as well. Whereas they got a line and they kept it and then they counter-attacked. Now, it's a great way to go about it when you've got the talent they have going forward. Unfortunately, the talent they have going forward, they can't score goals right now. You know, Havertz has got 2 and 4, Saka's got 1, Trossard's got 1, Martinelli doesn't have any. So if you're going to play a counter-attacking game and your forwards are firing blanks pretty much, that's a tough ask, particularly at City. And City's got Erling Haaland, who I think is the difference. You know, again, their other players, the peripheral strikers, aren't particularly on the ball either, but Haaland is. And he's going to be the difference.
But he was kept quiet, wasn't he, in the week against Inter Milan? We'll see that sort of same approach, won't we, defensively, certainly from Arsenal?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time they stop an attack, it's great to see, I think. You see Gabriel and Saliba almost starting a party. They're bumping fists. The goalkeeper's the same. Raya, I think Timber's probably strengthened that defence, and left-back was a little bit of a problem area for Arsenal. But they're very, very good. I mean, they don't have Odegaard's quality at the moment in the creative department. You're looking at Haaland's figures there. They are obviously phenomenal, and he does take some stopping. They can't give him even half a sight of goal. But, you know, they played City over 3 hours last season in the Premier League and did keep a clean sheet on both occasions.
What did you make of Arsenal's performance against Atalanta?
It was very European for them, isn't it?
It's kind of what we're used to seeing, isn't it? Away against Bayern, away against Porto, kind of this weird playing within themselves.
It was tepid. It wasn't an out-and-out defensive counter-attacking display, and it wasn't an get-after-them display. It was somewhere in between. that was a little... Well, they were sloppy. They didn't pass the ball well. But I guess, you know, I keep talking about Toni Kroos with Real Madrid. I guess we're now figuring out how important... We knew Odegaard was important to them, but it seems like they really miss him.
What is it that he offers that they're missing in particular?
Just that connection between the middle and the front.
Right.
You know, in and around the penalty box, he's got an eye for a pass, whether it's a little dink or whether it's just a solid through ball. He just sees things a little earlier and has the ability to play that pass. I don't think they have anybody that can do that. And people were talking last year about Declan Rice, how he can go further forward and he can pick a pass. I'm not so sure. He hasn't shown us that so far, that's for sure.